moving on. It's about that time for another conversation, which is Prezzo. Now, I get so far with sad stories. Now, moving on, Prezzo has had a very interesting recent past. First, he lost his wife, but now lost his wife not succumbed, as in they broke up. Sorry. And obviously that was an interesting story. In case you haven't seen it, there was a lot of drama that went on with that as well. But now he's talking about something actually funny. So apparently back in 2017, Prezzo was on a show. He was doing an interview, and during the interview, they just decided to try out and call 999, which is basically the Kenyan version of 911, what's your emergency? And when they tried to call 999, obviously no one responded. And that was him putting in his, it's like proving, proof of concept. This doesn't work, and let me prove it to you. They called, it didn't work. And he spoke about this on the show, and then later on, went on another interview, and the same conversation was revisited, and guess what? When they called, the line went through, and they kind of got assisted. So it was one of those things where he says that, you know what, I brought it back. It is through my sheer willpower and complaining to the internet and the people around me that people actually decided to take a step and make 999 work. I don't know that we can credit him with that much of a feat, because it is a major feat. Imagine if you single-handedly caused the finance department within our government to start working. Wouldn't you be like that deserves an honorable mention and maybe even a medal, because that is a huge institution. 999 is supposed to help us with emergencies. When you call, what happens? I've heard cases of people who've called and they've been told, madam, hatuna mafuta, labda tutumie pesa ya mafuta, alafu tutakuja. Imagine you're in an emergency and you call 999 and that's the response you get. Hatuna mafuta, tuma pesa tunakuja. Imagine that. What do you even do? Where do you even go?
Listen, the system is broken. That's just it. And sometimes we're very quick to blame the policemen. We're very quick to say policemen are corrupt, policemen are this, policemen are this. Trust me, they are working with what they have, okay? They are working with what's been availed to them. We have seen policemen at petrol station saying nieke ya 200, and you wonder what's happening here. Like you want to say, the whole, it's not their fault at the end of the day. It really is not their fault. It's just that there are things that are happening and they have no control over it. So you've witnessed that. Police are somewhat tinekea 200, and you feel so sad and you're like, wow, maybe I should add for them. And then you're like, ai, kwani my father is a president. And then you stop, And I think we have this attitude towards policemen, and maybe because they have also shown the proof of concept. Some of them have gone to severe lengths of just being brutal and bad and dishonest, but they're very good cops out there. I've experienced a very good policeman who just like walked with me, didn't ask ile ya chai because honestly I didn't even have, and I was just in a bad situation. And he helped me out. Like, he was just like, you know what, indo kazi yetu, don't worry about it, blah, 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 blah. And I was so grateful, and I was like, maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope. If there are reforms in this system, if somebody just jitoleas, somebody, not me, because I don't think I can do it. If Prezzo continues the moment, yes, you got 991 working. Can we now start on working on other things? These policemen who are supposed to guard and protect you don't even have a place to live. They live in that circular thing, a family of two divided in a curtain. And you expect him to also come at the end of the day and be very courteous, very nice to you. And you could be, maybe you're having a current moment and you're saying, this is your job, my taxes pay your salary. And he has to go home to a roof that is leaking. I would also go off on you. I would arrest you. I would abuse my power. I'm just saying, people are working with what they have.
Let's just
let them be.
I'm hoping that this whole increasing wages for civil servants actually comes through, because it will be helpful. The cap for how much cops are paid has been so low for so long, and civil servants altogether, including teachers and all civil servants are just, they're paid peanuts. We need to improve that significantly. And 999, a book called utuambie kama inafanya kazi.
Don't spam. There's a person who wants to use that as an emergency. Aki, I hope it really works.